Hey, hi, welcome, greetings. Um, Bit of an unusual case for me, but don't have all that much of time to make this video today because I got some shit I gotta do later on, and I don't know if I'll ever reconsider making this video in the future. So I thought, you know what? Guess while I'm out here drinking my morning coffee, cheers, some strong coffee. Thought, I know, I'll just kind of take my tripod out and do it out here. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? A little bit of a morning discussion video, if I may. Of course, a discussion like this does require something a bit stronger, so I brought my Fanta Berry. So it's a Fanta I've never had before. Very much eager to try. Under normal circumstances, I'd be drinking something a bit more, I guess, adult appropriate, but well, I guess this will do due to the given circumstance. A blue Fanta, pretty interesting. Quick taste test. Yeah, it's a solid 8 out of 5. Yeah, 8 out of 5, pretty good. Anyhow, something that I've been thinking about for, I guess, not really all that much. It's kind of out of the blue subject that just kind of brought up a few days ago to myself, and I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I don't know, it's not exactly anything too new, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, with every new, I'd say, improvement that people have made in terms of modern day decisions when it comes to style and you know, body image and stuff like that. It's always a pretty interesting treat, I'll say, for me personally. You know, when people manage to come up with even fucking crazier and more bizarre fucking ways to make me just completely confused in terms of modern day, like I said, modern day style, pretty much. Like I said, it's not really anything new. I mean, pretty much ever since high school. I mean, I remember ninth grade, and ninth grade, 10th grade. I remember people were. No, it's just like I wasn't really all that much of a fan, you know, in these modern day styles, right? But I was like, you know, does make sense, right? When I'm talking about my school, I mean, you know, people in my school used to find, you know, whatever the fuck is popular right now, and they used to adapt it to themselves, you know. So I guess my school was kind of a representation on what's popular right now. You know, what are people doing, right, with themselves, you know. You know, as time went on, I just kind of realized that, you know, people are different and people do different shit. I do consider myself a pretty tolerant and liberal person. You know, I might not get something, but it's like, you know, you do you, motherfucker. What does it really matter? You know, I do some pretty fucking weird shit myself. I'm not gonna, you know, I used to be really critical about that shit, but as time went on, it's like, you know, whatever. Let people do their own shit, right? It's like I wasn't really a big fan of that. I'll be honest, you know. I was a guy that does enjoy, you know, talking about style, talking about fashion, about all this kind of fucking shit, you know. I guess trying to do some shit with myself, you know, if you can call this style, right? A little bit, you know, but I never really got all that much. But like I said, you know, whatever. What can you really say? But when 2 years later, you know, I got to 12th grade, and I guess the styles have improved greatly in the world, you know. You know, due to the shit that I saw people looking at, you know, or over fucking Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and stuff like that, whatever fucking social medias, you know. It just kind of went from stuff I don't particularly like all that much to stuff I no longer understand. Okay, really. Can we really say that back in the day, You know, we had women with these like big ass fucking puckered out eyebrows, you know, motherfuckers, these big puckered lips, you know, all of this fucking insane amounts of makeup. I mean, fuck do I know what the fuck was going on like say like 25, 30 years ago, back in the fucking 90s, you know, back in the 80s. I don't fucking know, dude. But what I do know is like I was born in 2002, and back in that fucking time, you know, I don't remember too much, but it was different, dude. It was majorly fucking different, you know, than what we have now with these like half baked clothing, you know, style choices. Seriously, they just, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, fuck you sometimes see someone with like what appears to be like a stained, fucking like massively fucking ketchup stained hoodie. It's like, well, this dude forgot to fucking put it into his fucking washing machine. But it turns out that that's part of the fucking idea, dude. Yeah, you know, this whole idea where somebody just kind of fucking sneezed all over my t-shirt. That's part of my style, dude. Like I said, you know, there came a time when I just kind of stopped getting this shit. You know, I couldn't understand it anymore. I mean, one thing that has stuck with me and will remain, I guess, well, forever now that I'm making this video, is I remember, in fact, in my class, not really my class, because in 11th and 12th grade we had like the, you know, mixing classes, because it's, you know, different subjects people picked, and this will stick with me for a fucking long ass time. I remember a couple of my in my language classes, a couple of girls. One of them was, you know, like I said, that very like puckered fucking eyelashes, you know, way too much makeup, big ass fucking lips, you know, like extremely unnatural looking girl in my class. You know, everybody was like, wow, you're just fucking magnificent, you're gorgeous, you're fabulous, darling. You know, I was like, I don't know, it looks a bit too like there's a bit too much shit there. You know what I mean? You know. But hey, that was the time when Max finally realized that he doesn't even like girls anymore. So you know, what can I really say? It was the time when fucking titties stopped being hypnotic. Is what I'm trying to say. And right, that's you know, like that's kind of normal nowadays, right? That's not the point. The other one, the other fucking girl. Okay, I gotta be real with you. Okay, that was something else. Okay, she had this weird combination of like black and white clothing. Like every single item of her clothing was either black or white. Okay, that's not the point here. Okay, the fucking point was her hairstyle. Seriously, I don't fucking. I don't know. She somehow put my fucking completely disheveled 12th grade hair to fucking to shame, pretty much, because the thing is, all right, she had these two like buns. Okay, she had her hair bleached. She had these two buns. Okay, two buns. Pretty much all of her hair was in these buns. These bleached white, you know, with the rest of her black and white clothing. These two buns of hair, and you know that's not the fucking point. I don't know how the fuck she did it. It's not the buns. It's not the clothes. It's the fact that somehow the buns were outweighing the rest of her fucking hair to the point where I don't know how the fuck she managed that, but there's like a balding spot in her hair now. It's so fucking noticeable. It's unbelievable. It's actually like fucking scary to look at. There's like this massive balding spot. Is that intentional? I don't fucking know, man. Maybe she didn't notice or something. But these two fucking buns, bleached buns, okay, a little bit of hair, and then in the fucking middle, it's like nothing. Just literally nothing. All right. I remember the first time I fucking saw him, like, what the. I'm assuming this is fucking intentional, dude, but it's fucking. It's horrible. It's fucking terrible. But I mean, everybody was like, "No way, that's the most awesome fucking thing I've seen in the world, dude." It literally looks like a wig, okay? Like you know those really cheap fucking AliExpress like dollar wigs. That's what it looked like, seriously. But I guess you know, I guess actually it was a case of like many hours, you know, all of this process being put into it. What the fuck's going on here? This work being done, you know, all this work being put into it, all this crazy shit to to form one of the most ridiculous fucking things, like the most ridiculous fucking hairstyle I've ever seen in my fucking life. So you can't fucking top that shit, seriously. Not only do we have these buns, okay, I ain't the biggest fan of buns, me personally, you know, right? But somehow, you know, you form a balding spot in your fucking hair, right? This is like very stylish hair, and there's a balding spot. You know, it looks hideous, seriously. You know, that being said, like I said, this was the time when I just, you know, it went from, you know, whatever, do your thing, I don't really get all that much, to some very particularly weird choices that people started doing. I mean, it was my school, right? I mean, hell, maybe different shit was being done in the rest of the world, but like I said, you know, these people, as in most cases, you know, they see something on social media and they try to replicate that shit. And that was the case in this here predicament, you know, which was really confusing to me, like I said. But I guess maybe in the rest of the world it was perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Like I said, this was the time when I was just, you know, my confusion was fucking over the roof. But one thing that I do need to say, in fact, you know, is I ain't making this video here to try to be like this dictatey fucking one-sided linear asshole, okay? I ain't fucking here to do that. You know, people should do whatever the fuck they want to, right? It's in their freedom, it's in their fucking rights, you know, do whatever the fuck you want to. I ain't here to dictate people's lives. You know, the whole premises of me making this here video, this here discussion is the fact that, you know, I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who's like, you know, I don't get it anymore. Really, I don't fucking get it anymore. You know, it's like with every year, they come up with something that's even more ridiculous, even more like horrifying, and it's literally horrifying. I mean, there's, you know, lack of taste, and then there's no taste, okay? Then there's somehow taking this different array of things and combining them, excuse me, into the worst fucking possible combination ever. Like, how the fuck do you do shit like that? It's almost like it's a fucking art, okay? Some of these people make these insanely bizarre fucking choices that, I don't know, you have to fucking put me on like major LSD for me to come up with some shit like that, seriously. What I'm in fact here to talk about is what I like to call, I don't know if this is the proper term for it, I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't even know about this yet, but it's what I like to call as human dolls, okay? It is a modern thing. In fact, once again, it's not something that we had back in the day, and this is of course due to the fact that we just didn't have the capabilities of that, you know. But it is a modern thing, right? Due to the fact that now we have the technology, right, to do shit like this, to essentially, you know, have a thing known as the human doll, right? The human doll. What is a human doll? Right? Well, the best I can really describe it is, you know, we got fucking adrenaline jockeys, right? People that are fucking lifting weights, pumping their fucking muscles like fucking crazy, you know. You know, you got them fucking steroids, you know, all that fucking shit going crazy because I need the fucking adrenaline. That's what keeps me living. We got workaholics, people that can't fucking stop working. You know, gotta fucking sign these reports, dude. Gotta fucking, you know, just finished an entire fucking year worth of work. Okay, let me start with the next year. It's like my fucking boss is pretty much paying me to not work, and I'm disobeying him. You know, I'm like, dude, fuck you. Okay, you know, I'm here not for the paycheck, dude. I'm here to fucking fill in those forms. Here to fucking do all this fucking work like crazy because that's what keeps me living. Okay, we got people like that, but apparently now we also got people that, best I can describe, are plastic surgery aholics. That best I can fucking describe. It's people that, for some reason, believe that, you know, the more fucking work I put into myself, you know, the more money I shove into myself, I guess the better I'll look. You know, it's crazy. It's fucking unbelievable. But apparently it's quite a fucking relevant thing. Quite a lot of people are doing it, which is quite unbelievable, you know. At no point in my life did I ever think that, you know, this is something that would essentially, you know, become such a widely appreciated, such a widely, I guess, considered thing. You know, a lot of people are trying to get in on it. You know, trying to have their own, I'd say, part in this little, I don't know, movement or what. It's not a fucking movement. It's just fucking weird. Seriously, first time I was ever introduced to this human doll thing, essentially was back, I think, in 10th grade. Megan, good old fucking Megan, you know, when she was not busy trying to be the big funny, you know, hey guys, I'm gonna fucking squat like the for the 100th time, okay? And you motherfuckers better start laughing, okay? It's like Megan, for fuck's sakes, okay? Like there's one thing, repeating the same fucking joke 5 times, okay? Now you're doing this like the 50th fucking time, dude. No, I'm gonna fucking made you laugh once, so I'm gonna fucking do it 10 quadrillion more times, okay? But when Megan was not busy trying to be the big funny, I remember one time she kind of asked us, like, you guys, you know, you guys probably know about the human Ken doll, right? And a lot of my classmates were like, yeah, you know, yeah, absolutely. Who the fuck hasn't heard of the human Ken doll? I'm like, the fuck's that, you know? I mean, I was never really the guy that follows with a lot of this, you know, social media popular shit, right? Like, I had no fucking clue what she's talking about. And then she showed me, okay? Seriously, I still remember my reaction when I saw the human Ken doll. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at here? Okay, it was like, it was not disgust. It was not, you know, like I guess a form of mockery. It was just genuine like confusion and fright combined together. Okay, it was like, you know. At first, I thought, you know, maybe this is not real. You know, maybe it's like a AI generate. I don't think we had AI generated stuff being popular all that much during that time. But it's like, you know, is this like a video game or something, or a movie character? Megan's like, no, it's a real person. It's a real human being. Like, this is a real human being. Doesn't look like one. Okay, listen. You can have whatever opinion you want towards the human Ken doll, and my opinion towards him is not a negative one. You know, he's kind of essentially become this icon. You know, he's become this essentially iconic. Let's say, not really a character. You know, he's become this thing a lot of people essentially were accustomed to. Yeah, you know about that guy that, you know, pretty much looks like a wax doll. You know, he's based off a Barbie doll, right? You know, I'm like, yeah, sure. Did you ever fucking guess for a second that it was gonna kind of become, you know, a relevant thing? You know, other people are gonna start doing it, because apparently fucking so. You know, like I said, Ken doll, I don't know if he's the first one, but he's one of those that essentially, I guess, brought this up to a wider scale. You know, I wasn't disrespecting the guy at no point, but, you know, as much as I was essentially afraid of that image, you know, fucking had nightmares. Well, no, I didn't have nightmares over it, but it's like, yeah, you know, he's kind of doing his own thing, kind of creating this interesting image, right? And then apparently other people started fucking doing it too. Apparently it's fucking cool to do that, you know? Apparently it's great, it's nice, it's awesome, you know? People started having this fucking belief that apparently, you know, plastic surgery is the way. You know, how much money can we shove into something, you know, towards all of this fucking, you know, all of these operations, all this fucking excessive amount of Botox, all of these other different fucking chemicals, you know, to the point where you look at a fucking person and you can't even fucking tell what planet they're from anymore. Seriously, it's like, are you, you know, of fucking planet Earth origin, okay? Or are we talking about fucking, is this proof that life exists on Mars? I don't fucking know. But one thing's for fucking sure is, you know, whereas the human Ken doll was kind of the singular, you know, essentially iconic case, right? I don't know if a good iconic case, but an iconic case nonetheless, right? Other people picked up on it. Other people started replicating it. Like, so apparently, I guess, looking like this, like fucking this, all these kind of different images when I'm editing, I'll pick off, this ain't any sort of specific people that I have a personal negative view upon. These are just random people I found off the internet. People, like I said, that suddenly started, believing that this is good. Let's take our human, our human image and just completely erase it. I used to think that some of the shit I do is fucking weird, okay? Because I'll be honest with you, I do some pretty particular fucking weird shit when it comes to clothing choices sometimes. Just recently I was in a glasses store. I'll talk about that a bit later as well, but I was in a glasses store and they had this like visor thing, that's pretty much a replacement for glasses. You don't need glasses anymore. You got this visor to protect yourself from sunlight. So essentially, it's like a sun visor thing. I thought, as much as in most cases you'd see something like this being worn like in a party, I just fucking wear this shit outside. It looks pretty fucking cool. Looks like, I don't know, some pretty my kind of shit, essentially. My kind of shit. I have this particular, appreciation for that kind of shit. It's my case, it's my taste, right? And like I said, I used to think this stuff is abnormal, this stuff is weird. No, apparently fucking not, because now we got fucking people, pretty much fucking turn themselves into living dolls, living fucking like Barbies, essentially, And as much as I can appreciate a Barbie doll, matter of fact, recently in a certain shopping center, they had a Barbie, essentially Barbie exhibition, I guess, presentation, all these different Barbie dolls, vintage Barbie dolls, all these different style Barbie dolls, Some of them were pretty fucking cool, honestly. Something I honestly could have possibly bought for myself, because some of them were pretty fucking cool, But here's the fucking thing, though, okay, if a Barbie doll, a fucking doll, suddenly started fucking moving, okay, came to fucking life, started speaking to me in an alien fucking language, I'd be running, okay? I'd be fucking running. Seriously, because there's one thing, a doll, okay? It's a fucking doll. It looks human enough, right? And then there's people, And when people are, looking like fucking like this, It's a little, I don't know, it's a little fucking scary, don't you think? I don't know, am I the only one? I fucking doubt it. I really fucking do. I fucking highly doubt that I'm the only one who genuinely looks at this fucking shit. Like I said, me being a tolerant person, me being a fucking person that no longer tries to somehow, look at all of this different shit and think about it, in a negative way. But then you look at shit like that, like I showed you, and it's, what emotion are you supposed to be having, right? What the fuck is the emotion that I'm supposed to be getting out of this, okay? And I know it's it's not about me, it's not about what I think, it's about the person. Everyone, should do whatever the fuck they want to. I know, I get it, right? It's like, what goes through somebody's mind when they're thinking to themselves, how about I go out there and I spend like $1 quadrillion, in all of this different plastic surgery to make myself look as less human as fucking possible, okay? I genuinely like to fucking know what goes through somebody's mind, okay? When it's like, you have money. You can, go get your fucking hair done, okay? Have a nice fucking, face mask, all of these different makeups you can do on yourself, all of this different shit, if you're a guy, have a fucking barber, have you get you a fucking beard trim, mustache trim, all that kind of different shit, Now get yourself some nice clothing, some nice accessories, there's plenty of fucking shit. And then you fucking go out there, and it's like, yeah, dude, the dude's looking fucking fine, dude's looking great. But then some people are like, no, okay, how about I have surgeons, inject all this different shit into me, make this part of my body bigger, make this part of my body smaller, you know, fucking, I don't know, if people had an option, it's like, hey, doctor, how about you fucking give me, 4 extra legs? I'm feeling like a spider today. You know what? How about you turn me into a spider? Cut my fucking arms off. Give me fucking 6 legs, pretty much. You know, how about you fucking go out there, and implant me a fucking third eye, like somewhere over here. I want a fucking third eyeball off of my fucking right cheek. Okay, you know. How about you give me like 4 arms? Okay, some people would like to have 4 fucking arms, I imagine. It's like, you know, doing all this kind of particularly fucking weird shit, like I said, to the point where you don't look human anymore. You look like a fucking wax doll. You look like a action figure. Those fucking, massive like Batman or Superman like fucking displays like a toy store, comic book store. Those look more real. Those look more human than these fucking human dolls, pretty much. Okay. Apparently, it's becoming now essentially a pretty relevant case. A lot of fucking people are doing this shit now. So, forget about the fucking big puckered up, eyelashes and fucking lips and all this different, like I said, over the top makeup, that I don't get, right? Forget that fucking shit. Apparently, it's everywhere now. Every fucking guy and girl's doing that shit now. Okay, forget that fucking shit. Let me tell you what I in fact fucking saw in that glasses store I was talking about a few days ago. So I went over there, and while I was waiting for some work to be done. Essentially, this woman, okay, walks in to this fucking store. Okay, again, like I said, forget about the big fucking puckered eyelashes and the fucking lips and everything, and the fact that every single item of her clothing was essentially the same fucking color. I don't know why the fuck are people doing this so much. It was like, well, let me buy like every single item of my clothing in the same color. I don't fuck. I mean, there's black and white, that kind of makes sense, but it's like, okay, let me have everything yellow. Okay, yellow pants, yellow fucking jacket, yellow shoes, yellow fucking purse or bag, yellow glass, everything. Literally fucking, yeah. I don't get that shit, but whatever. Forget that, okay? Forget all of this, okay? What's important is you look at her face, okay, and you can fucking hardly tell whether that's a human being, okay? Seriously, you can fucking hardly tell. I mean, I don't know, is that a wax figurine? Is that a Lego man or some shit? I don't fucking know. Is that a statue? Well, fucking, she behaves like a human, alright, but she sure doesn't look like one, okay? Her fucking tits, a single fucking tit, a single fucking breast, was the size of a watermelon. I shit you not, okay? I mean, fucking sure, I guess everybody's fucking crazy about them big titties, whatever, but okay, when fucking titties are the size of a watermelon, okay, when you couldn't even fucking grab that shit, you realize that? You have to fucking, like, it's like eating a fucking hamburger. How the fuck, you can't open your mouth that fucking much, okay? To suckle on that fucking tit, you couldn't, okay? Seriously, I mean, but I guess that looks fucking great. Her ass is bigger than half of her body. And this fucking alien walks into the fucking store, okay? And apparently, I don't know, she's fucking sitting there waiting for her fucking glasses to be done, fucking, I don't know, taking photos for her Snapchat or something, fucking Instagram. Fucking keep mixing these up together all the time, who cares? I don't know, maybe she's like a national fucking celebrity or here or something, dumb truck ass on fucking Instagram. I wouldn't be fucking surprised, I mean, I'm sorry if I'm coming off as rude over here, but it's like I said, I get that a lot of people are, fucking crazy about them big asses and big titties, whatnots, right? But when your proportions are so fucking out of place, it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, ever wonder that tits and butts can be a bit too big, a bit too fucking massive? I mean, once again, I'll fucking say, it's not that women have to dress or be in a certain way to appeal to men, nor men, in the same regard, have to appeal to women, or vice versa, whatever. That's not the fucking case, But it's like I was saying, what the fuck is going on through somebody's head? What the fuck are they thinking to themselves? When you essentially turn yourself into this like statue. You don't look human anymore. Okay. There's one thing having an absence of fucking like in GTA 5, Michael says, there's one thing, it's not an absence of taste, it's the fucking opposite of taste, okay? I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not good, okay? It's not fucking good. I don't know. I mean, whatever, you do you, you be you, who fucking cares? But I don't get it, dude. I really don't fucking get it. And some people looked at that shit, they looked at these non-human, like I said, almost like from a different planet fucking creatures. Again, sorry if I'm coming off as rude, but, they looked at them and they thought to themselves, I want to do that. I want to fucking do that. I want to essentially become this, I don't know, this fucking wax statue or whatever, I'm confused, people. I really fucking am. It's crazy to think about it for me personally, Now, like I said several times, it's entirely up to the person what they want to do, what they want to, essentially what they want to wear, how they want to look, what the fuck they want to do. We have women nowadays deciding that they're not gonna fucking shave their legs, whatever. Who fucking cares, Listen, I'm a tolerant motherfucker, like people changing their genders, people changing their fucking skin color sometimes, people changing this about themselves, people changing that, people dressing up as fucking anime schoolgirls, whatever, I don't care really, and nobody should, because it's essentially showing a person's, I guess, limited uh, fantasies. It's essentially what they can do with their mind. What can they think up? I mean, there's a lot of fucking trends, and I can't stand trends, but somebody has to think up a trend, okay? When somebody does something, that's innovative, that's interesting, and people are grasping off of it, who cares about the fucking copycats, right? The point is, that someone out there thought of something new, and that's fucking great. It's showing that people are full of imagination. People are full of wonders, ready to be released onto the world, okay? What I am going to, in fact, say, and one thing that I don't agree with, however, is this whole belief that nobody is appealing to anyone anymore. People are saying when they dress up nice, okay, or they do this or they do that, and they go into town, okay, it's not the fact, that there's other people, looking at them, essentially. It's the fact that, I look good for myself, is what people are fucking claiming. My mother, matter of fact, she has that exact same opinion. She says, when I dress up nice, I only care about that that I look good for myself. I believe her, okay, I believe her personally. But in a lot of people's cases, I don't believe them. Okay, I don't believe them one fucking bit. Seriously, okay? This whole belief nowadays that we're looking good for ourselves, we're trying to appeal to ourselves, right, is bullshit. Seriously, it's fucking bullshit, okay? When you go into fucking town wearing your best attire, okay, the premises, even though I feel like you don't realize, I might be fucking wrong here, okay, but I'm just saying how I think. I'm using a little bit of common sense here, my personal experience, right? When you go into town, it's like, yeah, I look good for myself, but the point is, there's other eyes out there. And, even though you don't realize it, the point is the fact that you have other people looking at you, and those other people are, essentially, admiring you, right? They're of course, occasionally having a fucking glance at you, thinking, you're thinking that people have a positive outlook on you. That's what essentially creates this this whole idea of that I'm trying to appeal to myself. It's that, essentially I'm part of, like the background, and I'll walk past people. It's not that they'll try to approach me, but when they do take a glance, look at me, right? They'll think positively of me. And, people are saying this is because, you as a person are essentially thinking good of yourself. But, put your fucking best attire on. Imagine, you're in your best fucking, dress or costume, whatever attire, and you're walking through an empty town. Through fucking Silent Hill, okay? There's no one there. It's fucking empty. It's completely fucking deserted, okay? For some reason, just fucking picture that, okay? There's no one there, right? And here's where I believe that whole positive, I feel good about myself thing wouldn't really matter anymore, okay? If we didn't have, people naturally, being part of a fucking society, I feel like if you're fucking middle of fucking nowhere, if you don't care truly what other people think about you, then essentially style, it doesn't really matter to you all that much. I think personally, okay? You know, to a person who doesn't care about society's outlook, they fucking put on the most casual clothing, that they can find. Clothing that essentially can just, that does its function, right? Whether it's cold or warm temperature, whatever the fucking temperature, whatever the qualities essentially, are, you're adapting to it. If you truly don't fucking care, if you just want to feel good, essentially want to feel, the outlook of society doesn't really matter to you, okay? Very rarely is what I'm trying to say, are people actually going to try to dress up nicely for themselves, okay? If society's outlook doesn't matter to you, okay, so is essentially style doesn't as well, for the most part, okay? There might be a detail or something, but that's about it, okay? You'll be casual, you'll be pretty simplistic. Like I said, clothing that does its function. You won't go over the fucking top, whereas like essentially where you're going to a fucking party or a ball or something like that, you dress to essentially, display a certain image about yourself. That's how I think about it personally. When you're dressing up nicely, some people, the way I described it essentially, some people might be saying, that's a narcissistic way of thinking. For me personally, no, not really. It's just you dressed up in a certain way, and you're trying to essentially give a certain image about yourself. You can fucking tell things about people from the way they look. I mean, I know that's stereotypes, right? You might say, but not really. It's that there's an idea behind the way you dress. Essentially, that's how I look at it. There's a certain idea, and it can be a very fucking weird idea. It's like somebody dresses in a gothic way, and some people might be immediately getting the impression, oh, he's edgy. There might be a completely different idea there. That's the fucking point. Somebody fucking dresses up in a military, like a military attire. Might be a completely different idea there, It's not like they're trying to rebel or before, the fucking army. I'm getting way too sidetracked off of the main subject here. Point is, that whole fucking essentially belief that we ain't trying to appeal to anybody anymore, to me personally, only applies to a very small number of people. Okay, most people either want to believe that they truly don't care, or they don't really understand what this whole I guess new way of thinking really is. Okay, because like I said, if you didn't truly care, okay, you wouldn't be dressing up in essentially any form. You wouldn't have a style, okay? You'd wear clothing that does its job, right? That protects you from the fucking rain, protects you from the cold, fucking covers sunlight, blocks sunlight. That's it. That's fucking it. That's all that clothing, that's the entire function of clothing that it would have for you, okay? My point here is the fact that to dolls, to the human dolls, what society thinks about them, I think, is one of the most important factors in their life, okay? Because a human doll is a flashy individual, okay? A flashy individual is a person that essentially has something about them, either certain clothing or their style or some, something about them that just fucking stands out. Like, it can be a little bit unusual at times or just over the top. That's what flashy people are, essentially. I consider myself quite a flashy person sometimes. I mean, I have a number of these fucking clothes that are just really bright. Seriously, they're really fucking bright, essentially. And it can just, it can catch your eye. I don't know how the fuck it just happens, but when it comes to this fucking flashy clothing, I find myself buying it sometimes, oftentimes rather, and then realizing it's a pretty fucking flashy piece of clothing. It just fucking happens naturally. But for a flashy person most of the fucking time, and I mean, hell, I won't pretend that it doesn't apply to me sometimes, that I really want to fucking stand out. But that's the point. A flashy person, at the end of the day, wants to stand out. They want to have something about them that catches people's eyes. Okay, when you're a human doll, that's essentially their premises. Okay, people can stop with this whole fucking "we don't try to appeal" bullshit. Okay, because a lot of people really fucking do. Okay, if you're not a super, if you're not one of those like singular instances, or a very casual person, you're essentially still trying to display some sort of an image towards society. What you essentially want to present upon the world, a little piece essentially of yourself towards the world. I might be wrong, okay? I might be entirely fucking wrong here, okay? I would admit that, okay? Maybe it's true. Maybe people don't fucking care what anybody thinks of them anymore, okay? Maybe we're truly living in that time, okay? I, for some reason, just refuse to believe in that. But to a human doll, that's their number one. Essentially, number one, maybe not number one, but one of the top priorities, okay? To a human doll. So what am I trying to say with this whole thing, okay? Is that they are trying to appeal, but the question is, who the fuck are you going to appeal to looking like this, okay? Is this appealing to anyone? Does anybody look at this and think to themselves, yeah, that's cool, that's neat, that's beautiful, maybe that's hot, when you have fucking watermelon-sized, like, are fucking people trying to represent anime at this fucking point? The fucked up reality of anime, where the fucking tits are bigger than people's heads, essentially, I don't know, maybe. Maybe some people are fucking dripping the fucking saliva all over themselves when they think about, those fucking plastic surgery women, that have these super fucking big ass over the top, fucking tits and butts, right? But I don't know. It's hard for me to really believe in that. I mean, balance. Seriously, as much as I preach variety, and I fucking very much preach fucking variety. Preach people, doing all kinds of different crazy shit. Doing all kinds of interesting, non-standardized, original, just different kind of stuff, going all out, going crazy, going wild, as much as I preach that shit, what I preach just as much is balance, okay? Fucking balance, seriously, okay? If a form of art, right, a form of art which is pretty much complete freedom to a person, and them having the ability to do whatever the fuck they want to, if a certain artist is like, listen, during my play, I'm gonna need to decapitate 3 people, alright, 3 living actors. I need to decapitate them to fully, get my idea across, okay? As much as I like variety, dude, okay, I kind of think you need to go to jail a little bit, if your play requires for people to get fucking decapitated, dude, no, dude, you're going to fucking jail, buddy, alright, you're going to fucking jail. Balance is what I'm saying. Balance needs to exist everywhere. Here, I just feel like, it's like I said, like an adrenaline junkie, a person that just doesn't fucking know when to stop. Like an actual, junkie, like an actual addict, in an addict's case, they can't really stop, they're addicted to that fucking shit, to drugs, to alcohol, to fucking smoking. They can't fucking stop themselves, but some people, they just don't know when's enough? Seriously, seriously, in these fucking cases, enough is just enough. Seriously, it is unbelievable what the fuck people are doing to themselves sometimes. It is incredible. I mean, it's like that fucking episode of Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule, when I guess fucking Steve Brule was being remodeled to look handsome, and then they did this to him. And, I remember after leaving that glasses store, I was like thinking to that exact fucking scene. Like, that was a joke. Tim and Eric were doing a fucking joke, right? With that whole thing. Okay, that was a joke. That was a fucking bit. That was a fucking skit, right? But maybe some people, looked at that shit and they were like, you know what? That is actually handsome. That is fucking awesome. I want to be like that. I want to be this just very, I don't know, very fake person. It's like you look at them, like I said, you can't fucking even tell what planet they're from anymore. Seriously, enough is fucking enough. I mean, you do you, but this is one of those things that the more I think about it, the less I fucking understand it. Seriously, it is bizarre. Like I said, a few days ago, it just kind of popped up in my head, and I've been thinking about it. And what answer have I really reached at? None, absolutely fucking none. I'm just even more confused about this whole fucking thing. Like I said, there's one thing just lacking taste. Putting whatever the fuck you can put on yourself. As much crazy shit on yourself as you possibly can. Thinking to yourself, that's gonna make me look good. That's gonna make me look great. I don't know too much about fucking style, but what the fuck am I saying? I don't know shit about style, okay? I'm just doing my own fucking thing, okay? I'm not the one that's been reading the magazines and looking at the articles, and knowing how things work. I don't know the fucking, the history of fashion. I don't know shit like that one fucking bit. But what I do know, okay, like I said, is that enough is fucking enough, okay? What is this belief, okay? What is this fucking belief that, let's pump ourselves. Let's fucking cut this out and reglue this in, do this, do that. It's like fucking Booth World Industries or something. Maybe that's it, Who do you want remodeled? Myself. Okay, and then they fucking remodel you. And I don't know. I really don't know what does a person like that think to themselves when they look in a mirror. I look good. I look great. I look interesting. I look original. I look creative. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're thinking, It's just, as much as I've pretty much put zero fucking restrictions on myself, doing something like this, no, just fucking no. You'd have to fucking shoot me instead, seriously, because it's literally a fucking recipe of how to pretty much become the fucking scariest thing in the world. Like, somebody needs to, if there's a new fucking superhero movie that's coming out, some sort of new superhero, like some really like tolerant bullshit that they were doing nowadays recently. It's like some, I don't know, Mr. Rainbow or something, the superhero that's fighting with the power of homosexuality, or female flex woman, some bullshit like that. The woman that is fighting for women's rights. So what I was trying to say is, she's fighting for freedom and fucking looking after the peace of the world, and at the same time trying to uphold women rights, feminazi conventions. At the same time, so she's like split into two people. One of them is working on feminazi conventions. The other one's fighting crime. Some bullshit like that, right? If they need a good villain, okay, for one of these new superheroes, get one of these fucking human dolls on there, because they just fucking look scary, dude. They fucking look horrifying, seriously. I mean, I don't really know what to say. If any of you that are potentially watching this video, which is highly unlikely, but if anybody by any chance was watching this video, okay, do you have an answer? Why is this a thing that's being quite frequent now? I mean, ain't the fucking first time that I saw one of those, like I said, just wax humans, in that fucking glasses store. I've seen them numerous of times, but never paid too much attention here. I just kind of had to wait, you know, a little bit. You know, occasionally I would peek a glimpse at that woman. I was just full of confusion, seriously, full of confusion, full of fright, full of all kinds of different emotions, none of them good, none of them necessarily bad, just confusion, you know, confusion. And I mean, just because something is iconic doesn't automatically mean that it's good. That's one other thing I really gotta say, you know. You can be an iconic person for a number of fucking things, but it doesn't mean that every single time it's a good case, you know. Wings of Redemption, fucking Dark Side Phil are iconic, you know. But I don't think they like their careers all that much, you know. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, I don't know. They're still here? Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised. YouTube doesn't really give a fuck about any of the shit these fuckers do on the platform, you know, but they're iconic. Their fucking case isn't good, you know. If your entire, I guess, legacy is, hey, I'm the guy who's fucking for 5,000 days continuously, every single day in a row, I've been fucking shitting my pants. You know, I'm known as the guy who shits his fucking pants, non-stop guy. Okay, you know, that's a legacy someone can uphold, and for a lot of people, you know, any publicity is good publicity. But personally, you know, if you were to to ask me and to ask anybody with a little bit of fucking common sense, okay, not every legacy is a good one. Not every legacy is an enjoyable one. And to me personally, you having a legacy as a fucking human wax figurine, a human action figure, you know, I don't know if that's a good legacy, but I might be wrong. It's just, I don't know, there's a lot of fucking shit I don't exactly get nowadays anymore. I don't know what to think about it. Maybe you'll do the thinking for me if you watch this video, for which I very much appreciate. Thank you very much for, I guess, sticking by here and listen to me ramble about some dumb shit while I drink my Fanta Berry and this frozen coffee, you know? You know, it's one of those things you gotta talk about. It makes me feel old, seriously, makes me feel old. I'm in my fucking 20s, and I feel old, really. I just feel old. You know, I have no fucking clue what the world's gonna bring next, but this is one of those things I don't really have all that much to say about. I mean, this was a pretty long video, but at the end of the day, I didn't really present anything all that much other than plain fucking confusion. Okay, plain fucking confusion, plain, I guess, shock. It's one of those things, one of those fucking things. But I think it's about time for me to be done with this excessively long morning coffee routine, I guess. Thank you for tuning in to this I guess ramble of a very, very confused man. I'm just confused, man. Seriously. I gotta stop thinking about this. Like I said, the more I think about it, the less I fucking understand it. The more confused I get, but it's really all I gotta fucking say. Human dolls. I don't know. Human dolls are something, I guess. They are interesting, but at the same time, quite something. Quite something. That's really all I gotta say.